Okay, I'm gonna hit it now. Okay.
All right.
So we're good?
Yep.
Sorry. Laura's having a little meltdown. She can't find her keys. All right, let's see. We got any people? Oh, one, but I think that's you.
Yeah, I think it's me.
All right, let's see if anybody is interested. There it is. Bird. Hit it. All right. Oh, that's better. All right. Well, here, man, they all come flooding in. Good. I don't know if you guys use the bell notification. I always forget to do that but that's a good way to know. JLTC, welcome. K-hole Frowny. K-hole Frowny. I'm always amused by the names you guys choose for your avatars. Ethan T, who's having a huge day trading in the futures. James M, hey. Oh, we got a pretty good lineup here. I'm trying to keep it tight on time because I got a 2:15 thing I got to do, which is kind of annoying, but I got to do it. All right, so we'll get we need two more, and we'll get a start. We get about 20. Let's see how yesterday it looked on views. Hey, I get it. You get it from Discord. Okay, so let's see how that yesterday's. Well, it's always amazing. It's usually 50, 60 people, but 895 viewed yesterday. So seems to be there's interest in it. Okay, there's 24. Okay, let's get rolling. Okay, so first up, I had to bring this up on my own because this is Bit to Bit, who I think is a new member. Or I just haven't seen him post here very often. So this is what he gave me, and I had to back up and take a look at it because this is
disclaimer if you haven't.
Say again.
Disclaimer.
Oh, sorry. Fuck. Sorry. See, it's a good thing Monte Crypto's here. All right. I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. Okay. So this is what he sent me, which is very nice work. And note the median line tag here. So I'm glad to see that he's embraced that part of it, the geometry. So interestingly, he's got two on here. This one has just tagged it. So let's hide this one just for the time being. It's locked, but let's hide it so we can just not lose our way here. This is probably locked as well. So a little throw over. So this is good work. So if it's going to come back down, you can see the potential setup here. This kind of geometry intersection here always would be an area of interest. Market tends to respond there. So we'll see where that 4 comes in. This is kind of a tricky count. This part, well, here. So we are in log. This is a daily. Is this what he sent me? A daily? No, he sent me a 4-hour. I went out to the daily so I could see it. Okay, this is unusual. Okay, so see, this is why I went over here. Oh, fuck. Let me bring mine over to the right edge. Because what are we doing with this? All right, and I'm not sure he gave me that. Yeah, so if I pull it back here, bit to bit. Okay, so rock solid here. This is all good, but we got to put it in the context of what's come before. Now I get that you're focused on this impulse here, but it'll help you in terms of longer term to get the broad structure labeled. So if we look here, well, we can't go 1, 2, 3, and this actually looks to me like it's a truncation, even though I hate to do that. All right, it's the last resort. It's just, there's not a good finish here. So again, this is truncate if there's no other solution. Let's see how he's labeling that. Well, he kind of left that blank. So that's why. Well, let's try and label it up here. So this most probable, right? Given the range, and now this is a log scale golden zone. So we're seeking 3, 4, 5 up here. So let's get that. Oh, minuet here. Okay, so 1 and a 2 makes sense. This may have been the one that he drew that has not hit yet. Yeah, that's the one. Well, pardon me. It did hit. So we got this hit right here. So there's your 80% burn there, which is why I think now drawing the second one makes sense. I don't know that you need to keep this one on. You might keep it as something that you have hidden, but that should if you've not seen how the market responds to median lines. I mean, you know how many years I've been working with this, but it still just amazes me how consistently you see that. Like, there's no possible way it's random. It's just way, 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 way too common. You see it just way too often. So taking this off, all right. Well, so if this is going to be 1, 2, 1, 2, right now this is deep, but it's ideal range for a 2. So you know, this is you got to be. The algo is not going to care about a truncated fifth, right? So as an Elliott trader, you might be here. Either way, you've lost the buy side algo here. You know it's deep. So the one, oh shit, what do we have to do here? Oh, A, B, C, W, X, Y. I don't know how much it matters here. So the only question would be, see, I don't think you can't do, it's not quite there, right? So this is, unless you tried to squeeze it in here, I think you're better off because there does appear to be a 5 here to get you up to that fifth. So 1, 2, let's label it. Let's get a 1 and a 2. I mean, an ideal 3, and we've banged the 3, 4, 5. So let's bring that down. Let's go. Oh no, I need blue. Shit, come on. All right. 1, 2. I'm just gonna call it corrective. This seems like this is what I would have done here, something along these lines. I'd probably use that. So looking for that center line, same kind of idea. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's see how he's labeled that. Right, so right out of the chute, again, we're on the 4 hour, so 1, 2 makes sense. Given what comes after, that also would make sense because while it's tempting to think 1, 2, whoa, hey, I completed an impulse, 3, 4, I don't overlap. Now, this is the benefit, or if you're over here, you'd likely have labeled that a 3, right? Pardon me. You label this your 3. Looks like it's long enough. Looks like there's an impulse in it. But with what comes after now, you're modifying that count on the fly, which is not uncommon in an Elliott wave count. Remember, it's always just a snapshot in time. 1, 2, well, that's a pretty good, that's a significant rip relative to that 1, 2. So you're going to be, you know, there's 2,618. So you're going to be 4, 5, 6.618 here. But look where we are here. So this looks quite good. So the 1, 2 completing that would put the 3 in here. Oh, so which I think he's done here, right? So I might put the 4. Right, here's your prime spot. All right, might as well just start with the high probability zone. So is that a start on an A? Well, let's go down a little bit. Well, that's pretty much a straight shot. It seems, if we're trying to get down here, 1, 2. Well, let's just look at it this way. So just to kind of get some sense of how far that could go. Well, here would be the 100. So that would be at the 23. You'd have a little structure to work with. Oh, I'd pay attention to this for sure. Right, but this as well. I think you damn near just pull this over here. Consider that your area of interest. 1, 2, 3. So let's label that. Seems reasonable. A, because we're just trying to finish a 4 here. Through, I guess we're doing an A, B, C. That makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. How'd you finish that? 1, 2. Hang on a sec. 1, 2. Looks like that's long enough since this is log scale. 1, 2. We are right. So 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, right? So this looks like what's there. A, B, C coming down. Looks like that's a 50. No, it's a golden zone. All right, so now we tighten this up a little bit. Okay, you got a lot of confluence there. Now, the length of time would be, oh shit, hang on. So if we're completing here, this is really a short amount of time, and it's while it's relatively deep, and that looks like it's a golden zone. That's not a lot. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boy, that would really be a very short. Now this thing's on fire. Oh, this is we were talking about this yesterday. This is the one that's advertising with Matt Damon. I'm not exactly sure why this has ripped so aggressively here. I don't know if anyone really has a good feel for why that's. There's something that they're doing. I don't think there's anything revolutionary that they're doing, not that I'm aware of. So this just may be public awareness. Maybe someone on knows. So this is pretty straightforward. It's good work here, bit to bit, right? So, but I would encourage you to fill in the details so you have context for what are you completing up here, right? So if it's 1, 2, I'd keep that context. 3, 4, 5. So you're in a little bit of a hurry up and wait here for this to come down. But this sure has nice ingredients here. I mean, if you get this would be definitely, I'd want to see a little reaction there, right? You got that little lip to play with. So if I got that, boy, I'd be interested. You might get something like that, looking for the 5 up here. Oh, you can use this. Shit, where'd it go? Here it is. Oh, fib-based time. Oh, let's try it this way. If I take this relative to this would be, what do we got there? 1618 at that pivot, the length of the 2 in time. So that area would be just a little more confluence to put in right there. Here's the maroon line is the 1618. Try to change that coloring. Is that one? No, hang on. Yeah, that's the 16. Where's it? The 2. Pardon me. I think that's the 2. I think I have the gold is the 1618. So here would be 200% the length of that time. Here's the 1618. So, you might just do this here. Right. So here would be the ideal time to nail that. So you'd have some time confluence as well. 1618, 200% of that for the 4 relative to the 2 would be a reasonable spot. So I'd be looking here, but I'd want to see that little reaction first, right? Because you can just see how it could easily. Now you get to the structure. Now you're here. So, that's an aggressive trade to try and pick it at the 23. Give it a little pop. If I got a 5 out of that, diag or an impulse, first retrace, I think that's very tradable. So definitely one for the watch list. Obviously, there's a lot of interest in this. That's quite a rip. But remember, you're just trying to complete this impulse, which is, if I come back here, you're trying to complete this impulse, which is tied to the prior 1-2, which he didn't label. So the ramifications here, and the implications here are crazy bullish, right? We're talking about much higher prices. All right, we're still maybe that's the 3, 4. Still seeking that 5, which would be, pardon me, this would be 4 is what we're after here. This possibly the 3. The 5's up here, so we're trying to get to that 3. That slides up. Might as well use the same set of median lines as long as it's going to contain the market. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and this is why the labeling the prior 1-2 matters, right? Because then now the next setup is for the next 4. If you get this, looks pretty good. I mean, talk about beautiful structure. It's nice work. Good choice. Bit to bit. Good one, right? Again, a lot of buzz about this. We'll label that inside. All right, I think you got to go 1, 2.
I didn't stop you, but he wanted ultra.
Oh, he didn't?
Yeah, well, I just was going to let you do it anyway because it's a good
he wanted ultra? Oh, shit.
Yeah,
okay.
So
all right. Well, we got crypto.com done, so we get a little bonus in here. Ultra. But that's not what his link said.
Yeah, so he just saved it.
Oh, he saved it. Yeah. Is he new? Is he a new member?
No.
Oh, no. I just haven't seen his handle on here before. See,
chart.
that's the one that because he put 2 links. That's the first one, so that one didn't work. And the second one was crypto.com.
Yeah, so just type in ultra at KU on his chart.
Okay. Ultra. On what? We got an exchange preference?
KU.
Oh, right here. Okay. All right. This is the one he wanted. Okay. All right. Well, we got a little twofer in there. Well, it looks like we're going to get a load here. Oh. I don't think I have his work coming up here. All right. Well, let's just do it on the fly here. Unless something's going to pop here, I don't think I'm going to get that.
I think you did Bitcoin. You do Ultra to USDT.
Shit. Ultra. God damn it. Where did I get that? Oh God, give it to me again. What is it? The symbol?
I guess UOS USDT.
UOS USDT. There it is. All right. Now we'll see if there's his work. Okay, good. Well, remarkably similar. Jesus. All right. Well, let's get them all over here. Okay. So we're trying to get. Well, that's okay. So one thing that will help you, try and keep the degree logical, right? So you have an inside going to a larger here. So, maybe it doesn't matter for you. At least for me, I try and keep them in the appropriate degree configuration, so I don't get lost when you get this many things up here, right? So your first thought is, oh, that must be the biggest one, the second biggest. Maybe just personal preference. So this is damn near the identical setup here. So we got a 1, 2. Well, let's see. Can we get a 1 there? 1, 2. Let's dig in there. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks good. Well, you're gonna have to trade as I think that's a WXY. Can I get a W in there? What are we doing with that? Right here. Okay, so let's label it. So, okay, that's a bit of a problem. So we're gonna have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I like your 1. Boy, that's a big. Let's just check that. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so 1, 2. So you'd have to do A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. Right? There's a good 5 there. Here, let's just label it. All right. All right. So, fuck. This is actually a little tricky here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is how we have to do that. So let's put that in the appropriate degree as I tell you to do the same. Okay, so there's a 1. Now I would take that up a degree to sub. Okay, so that sure looks like a 5. Can't do it. That looks like a 5. That's a 5. Ah, fuck. Let's just get in there. 1, 2. Can I get it done here? Looks like you're going to have to do it that way. Oh, that's... Why is that a tie? I think it is. Those are to the tick. Interesting. All right, so we're going to have to do 1, 2... Oh, shit. That's a bitch in there. We got to get to the A here. We got to do it this way. We got to get an A, B, C into this so we can go to WXY. So let's take it. WX. Come here. WX. Can I do this without? Oh, shit. I'm going to have to put it over here. Y, I think, is what we're stuck with there. I don't think we can call this anything other than a 3. I think we're kind of stuck there. Okay. And then a 1, 2. So there's a 2. What are we calling that? Sideways double. So this would be here. That looks like the best thing we've got. WXY. So just at a Curiosity. Let's see how that landed. Interesting, right? With crypto, one thing that's very consistent, it's the twos that are often the most challenging. Okay, so let's carry it on. Oh, shit. Do a 2. Okay, so 1, 2. Can we call that a 3? Well, I can get a 1, 2. Oh, we have to do this as a diag. So we got a diag here, sideways double. I don't think we can finish it there. Well, this looks like a reasonable. Fuck, I got a 3 there, so I got to go 1, 2. I got to do it this way. 3, 4. Let's just see here. Now that looks like that's overlapping, so it is. A, B, C. That seems, we could do it this way. I got a 3. I got a 3. I have to work a 3 into that. Well, these pump wicks, there's not much you can do. Let's look at the line. Still, 1, 2. Still looks like a diag. Looks like an ending diag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. Let's see if we get the overlap there. Yeah, we do. Okay, so we're gonna. That has to go into a 1. So it's got to be 1, 2, 1, which is what he's got. So, but that's just a little bit heavy on the degree. Okay, so it's a good one. It's a tough one, no doubt. It's good work here, bit to bit. Right now, of course. Yeah, so what a good nice example, right? Is we were just looking at the other one, had the exact same thing. All right, now we don't get a golden here. We're in log scale. All right, so yeah, that's going to be well past it. So good example here, right? So when that hit the golden zone, you might have been thinking, oh, I got to go. But no, there's no reaction here. Let's go down to a, oh, shit, that's too much. I shouldn't change time. We get this little break, but this is there was absolutely there's a 1 hour. There's no pause there. Now I get a pause. Interesting, right? But you would lose it here. You'd lose that algo here. So that just making the point that don't shy away from it. If you don't get the golden, don't hesitate to go again, right? And then look at the payoff up here. Right, you get your 80 here. Now we come back to it. Outer edge back again, right? Do you see how it just becomes a magnet to the market? And trading principle number 3, if we're not going to pivot here, we're going to hover around it before the market decides, are we going upper parallel? We're going back to lower parallel. Well, if you're here and you're a bull, you want lower parallel so you can buy it again. Oh, looks like you might have another one here as well. I would have certainly checked this. Ooh. Oh, I'm not sure what you're doing there. You got a little something you've drawn in. I'll get to that in a second. Okay. Now, if this doesn't start to blow your mind, I don't know what will, right? Look what happens on the second one. It's just, I promise you that's not random, right? Algorithms use these. Hedge funds, big players use median lines. So you should as well. I've shown it so many times, tagging the median line. I just can't imagine how anyone would watch any of my content and not have that on every chart. Now, there are times when it's not appropriate, right? The angle's not right. But when you have something like this, it just gives you a fucking target, man. I mean, otherwise, okay, maybe I got the fib, but if I get the combination of the fib, the geometry, it looks like he's got some prior structure here as well. I mean, that's a hard target. It's just amazing. It remains the least used technical tool of any, right? Of any. It's astonishing, right? That you should take heart in that. Holy shit, look at the advantage I have over all the other people trading who don't use it. Hard to understand. Okay, so let's wrap it up here. So we'll just kind of bring it down to the Elliott count. 1, 2, 1, 2. Right? Looks like you're stuck with that. And this looks like it's fuck. Well, you can't get a impulse in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. Is there a better way to do that? Do we need the 2 over here? A, B, no, W, X, Y. Looks like, God, a lot of that lately. Looks like that's what we've got here. A, B, C. So it looks like we have to do W, X, Y again. It's a little funky to do that back to back. Ultra, I don't know what the hell Ultra does. I've got to go over to, I don't know what they're doing. But so here we are at the 786, which I don't actually track as a target for on the fib range. So we're taking the length. He's taking the length here, the higher pivot from the proposed. I'd do it from here. He's just adding the 786. That's a bitch. So 1, 2. Do we have an impulse here? Let's get in there and take a look at that. Well, can we finish it here? We're still in log. Now, what's our range here? This is 60. Still pretty good. I think here we might be able to come out of log. So that cleans it up, I think, a little bit better. Here, I think 1, 2, 3. This looks very 4-ish. Seems reasonable. 1, 2, 3. Working on a 4. Don't know if that's done yet. That could be a. Pardon me. Well, actually, that's far enough. This could be a flat. So let's put the 4 here. Take those off here. So let's wick this up. Oh, we could. Looks like we're gonna have to use those two. A, B, C. 2, 1, 2. That's just when in doubt, right? Or even if you're not in doubt, just measure everything, right? Look, where do we go? Right where. Again, I can't make this stuff up. That's a 3. That's a 3. This could be triangle. But it doesn't look like it's quite ready to squirt yet. So let's go. Well, out of log, I could use regression. Here's the high. Little throw over here. So I might do something like this, which I'll just take a line, put it on that, and then if I can get it off of there, push it up. So I've got a sliding parallel here. Now this is where, boy, you'd love to buy it there. I wonder if that's what he's telling me. That's where he wants to buy it. I'd want to buy that a little higher, right? If I could, right? So here you'd have the intersection with the regression channel. 23.38. Now, could that be done? Okay, so let's go to the 15. Well, that's pretty hard not to call that an ABC. No, AB. No, can't do the triangle. But boy, we sure have some clear resistance up here. A, B. God, I don't think I can get that done. W, X, A, B. Looks like we're working on the C. So let's label that up. W, X. We're looking for something like this down here. You got no clear. Come here. No clear structure to really work off until you get down here. Come here. Well, you had really these right here. Right, so that's a great example. Prior resistance becomes the support, and it pops from there. Boy. Well, I'd kind of wick off a few things here, just look for possible reaction. So perhaps that's your first reaction. Now note it's the center line, right, of the regression channel. Look out, this just from this pivot to this pivot. That's the average price. So we ping it. Could be done, right? That would be an odd. It'd be odd to have so many WXYs in this truncation here. You can't rule that out. I mean, it's a little funky that it would do it that way. But if we come down to the 15-minute, does it look like it's done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like you got an A there. You got an A. I'd go A, B, C into the B. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, you could be done. All right, let's just dig in there for a sec. If that's the B. Well, you can see there's a 5 there. 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that's annoying because it looks like that overlaps. Come here. which it does. So we got to think, we do it differently. I suppose we could do it this way, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would get that done. So we'd have A, B, clear 3 there, working on the C down here. So it looks like that's got, here, let's get that up. I got to do what I practice, what I preach. Okay, so that looks like that's underway. This looks like a 50, or maybe a slight front run on a 50. So there's your done. Well, that's pretty much a free fall, and I'm on a 15-minute. I don't know that you can get much more out of that. Boy, what a nice example here, right? When you guys know the term of a tweezer top. Like, oh, fuck, come here. Right into that, couple of tweezers, down we go. That's just a straight shot. Oh, let's see. What do we got down here? I got an RSI with some divergence here in a MACD. That's hang on a second. That's a linear MACD? All right, so we'd probably use a different one here when we're out of log. Well, we can put it back in log. Still a long way to go. You have a little pop here, but that could easily roll over. You guys have heard me say this before. The 50 in RSI is more important than the other two. See here, here's the retrace to the 50, and it pops again. Now this could easily hit the 50 and pop over again, and maybe you're digging a 1-2 here, and that's the 3-4, and there's one more kick lower. So that's a 15-minute. That's not enough to get started. Now maybe that's a 1, maybe, right? We have to go down to a 1 minute too. We're looking for something like that to come out of here. This is. I mean, you have the algo pop here, but that's not enough yet to really. What's here? I mean, you can just it's relatively predictable, right? So if you're looking for where is it likely to hit resistance? Well, it comes literally to the tick of that prior support. So you could see the potential for that to roll over. Again, that's the clear 3. So I think you're good here. But it doesn't look ripe to me. That looks like it needs a little bit more. Shit, if we go down to a 5-minute, is there anything in there? I think you're stretching here to go 1, 2, 3. That's even at a 1 minute, which I wouldn't do. I think you got to let that take a little more shape and let the market show its hand there a little bit more. What does it want to do? That would be a mighty abrupt finish, but it is technical. So let's come all the way back to that hourly. All right. I'd be looking a little bit lower here. So just as we did before. Kind of like the idea of it down here. And if we well, see, now we're on a 1 hour. If we roll down again and then start to pop up, and you want to get a confirmation that we get above the 50, and we hope we get above the 50, and then ideally it retraces the 50, and then it pushes back to head towards some of that higher range here. Looks like he's got this set at 70. So this looks like one to definitely be on your radar. I just don't think you're quite ripe yet, right? See, this would be ideal, right? If you can get this here, right? Now you got a good sideways double. You come out of there at this structure. That looks good. So again, watch list, definitely. I don't think it's quite there yet, unless something starts to develop here. But this would be so you'd be finishing it here, maybe. That's good. It's a good one. Good work there, bit to bit. Okay, let me keep going. All right, so I got Attila the Killer. He literally sends shivers down my spine. Everything he posts here is a bear. Oh, let's come over here. I did, I don't know if you guys watched, any of you YouTube subs, members, I think y'all saw that. With a little more time, I was able to get the one that hung me up yesterday, which I think is a better way to go here. If I get stuck on something, rather than bore you guys to tear, I'll just put it off to the side and we'll come back to it. I'll post it underneath the video. I have to do it in the comments. That's the only place I could post it. So anyone wants to see that count, which is a toughie. Okay, what are we doing here? So this is Killa giving me STX to the dollar tether. Stacks. Okay, well, Attila does good work here. This is nice. You've got to be in log here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, this is nice. So number one, look at all the detail he's put in here. So he's worked on this, right, which I like to see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So everything accounted for. Boy, you get really detailed down here. Nice job. Oh, so you got it. You're giving me a 24-hour. Interesting. So let me come down to maybe an 8. Okay, let's get back over here. Oh, can I get that in context? Maybe maybe I need the 24 to see it. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, that's interesting. So I'm just going to change this so I can see a little bit better. Let's go a default. I know you're using all those lines here, but I'm trying to get a sense of what you're doing here. So, well, okay, here we got our 80% right here. Although I'd kind of watch both of these. You know, check both of them. Looks like that's the lower low. When they're that close, often, you know, you do a little trial and error. 1, 2. Well, that's about as close as they get to being legit. Whew, looks like it's, oh, wait a sec. Looks like it's a tick. So, okay, it's legit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Okay. Right up to the upper parallel, right? Here's trading principle number 3 right in front of your eyes, right? So first, there's 80% that we get to the median line. Pops it right here. Now, trading principle number 3, if we're not going to pivot right at the median line, the market's going to pause and decide we're going lower, we're going upper. Well, in this case, we go upper, back to the median line, hover, lower. Now, that's a pretty good break. So I see what he's drawn another one. Where's my center line? Here it is. Okay, so it's hard for me to follow when they're... Okay, so now I see it. Okay. So we got so with this one, actually, I'm going to hide that one just to clear up the chart. Come here. Because we're so far outside of that one, they reach a point where they're not really active anymore. So you still got all this potential here. Main net launching on the 27th. Interesting. Well, I don't know if you could post anything more bullish. That's very interesting. How is it I don't know about these guys? I don't. I think that's the first time I've looked at them. 1, 2, 3. We're looking for a big 5 here. Let me just pause here. So let's see how this looks. So we went from 2 to 3. A little deep, but it makes sense, right? Prior 3, 4. God, I never get that. Never get it. Okay, so we're coming out of here. What are we doing? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I see what you're doing. You go, oh, that's interesting. Okay, A, B. Fuck, you might be stuck with that. I think you are. Let's get this here. I have to do that, or I can't find it. Yeah, I'll be damned. Nope, you're right. So let's see here. Can we get, is that a good one? If that's the A. 1, 2. Ooh. Oh, that's the B. Actually, I think you'd do it this way. So I think you'd go A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. So there's your. I think that's a cleaner 1 right here. A, B, C into the 2. Got your 3. A. Expand the B into the 4. That's good work. 3. It's just kind of a. Well, there's not a lot of structure there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. It matters, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 probably gets us there. Okay, so where's the C tied to? Oh, that's tied to this. I'm going to raise that up. Okay, so that's very unusual, but that may be what you've got to work with here. A, B, monster C. Yeah, does it matter at this point? Probably not. All right, so here's the 2 coming off that low. A, B, C. All right, nice work. A, B, C. It looks like that's a 5 there. So how are we going to do that? If that's 1, 2. Okay, let's go with it. So 1, 2, 3 for via the ABC. That's just, you got nothing to work with there, really. So that's a reasonable. I mean, is there a count there? Probably not. Sometimes the market's just not going to give you a perfect Elliott, but that seems reasonable. That's a bit of a stretch, but good luck trying to label that. Here's the 3 that comes off of it. So the 3 and the 4 seem reasonable. Let's see if we get a 50 there. If that's the 3, we're at a 38. Okay, that'll work. Gives us the ABC into the 5. Okay, so this is a funky shape, but I think that's just working through process of elimination. That seems like a reasonable read on that. ABC into the finish. Probably put it here. Okay, so we got the last little kicker. W. Well, let's see. Hang on. How are we getting there? So that's, I got to change your color here. ABC. So this has got to be A. Oh, that's getting pretty tiny in there. But here's what here's what he's keying off of, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we'll allow that. That seems reasonable. I don't think it got labeled, but there's the ABC into the W. Oh, what am I missing here? If that's a W, so you're thinking A, B. Got to be. Here, I might do it this way. So let's get that labeled. We got to get an A, B, C in there. Okay, I see your 5, right? But I think you can do it this way, so you can go. Fuck, that's a bit of a stretch here. A, B, C into the 5. So A, B. There's the 3. So there's your X wave. That's nice work right here. We're just right at the golden zone. It looks like it's a little sloppy at the top. Oh, where's your target here? Down here. So we're unrealized here. So it looks like we ran into this golden zone. So you got a little fib fight here, although this is on the break side. So you give advantage to bulls. So here's the golden zone that's coming out of, looks like, where are you connecting that? Yeah, it's right here. So if I do that with my, now I can see it a little better. I just force a habit. I do it this way. I always do it this way. And then run over here. So look at the, oh, Jesus. Sometimes the market is really, look at the reaction off of that. So it's interesting, right? It's a lot of sideways doubles, right? That's the way you'd have to look at that. Now the reaction is remarkable, right? So is there any question in anybody's mind what's happening there? All right, that's a perfect algo play, not to mention the structure that you've got off of that pivot. So look at Jesus Christ. That's what a beautiful reaction. Right? Talk about looking for a reaction. Lovely. All right, so let's call this a 1. I can't see those colors. All right, so there's a 1, 2. Well, I guess we got to put this up here. What a rip that is. So let's bring that in, and I think that you guys do that so I can follow them. What do we got there? You're in minuscule. Let's go micro. Okay, 1, waiting for a 2. Well, if you're bullish, that's the exact spot to not enter the market. Look. Right, I've really harped on this a lot and lately because we've had so many of them, right? So here, guaranteed there's a seller here, right, off of the break here. So they get a little bit of a break. They don't know that that's an algo location. There's a seller here. Why would anybody in their right mind sell it there? You're directly into the dominant to the dominant 50, right? Why would somebody sell it there? Right, here's the dominant, right? We're going right to a 50. Why would somebody sell it there? Really, you have to ask yourself, so who's on the other side of the trade? I guess is what I'm trying to get to. So either they don't use retracements, they're just working off of hopium. They're thinking, oh, swing, oh, lower high, we're going to keep going. Or they don't know about this algorithm. It's most likely, because guaranteed that was sold into. That would be hard to understand the rationale to somebody to sell at that level. I just can't understand it, right? But clearly somebody did, right? Because somebody bought it. So it's a little too soon to call that the absolute pivot, right? I mean, you're getting the reaction to the double top, just like you got the react. So what are we in here, right? We're just in a box, right? Right from the double top to the 50. Now that could, before you know it, that could be down here at the 2, but it sure does look like that the correction is complete. Oh shit! You got another set of median lines here that'll work. That's good range for it, right? Looks like that's the lower low. You're almost there. What a beautiful rip. Now, see, this is the tricky part of this. When you get up here, do you take profit, right? I can just completely relate to the fact that the thing has gone so far. You're at the prior pivot, and just your natural instinct will to think, oh my God, this thing's going to the moon. So this is a tough decision as to whether or not you want to take profit here. I think at the very least you want to be trailing with some sort of, here you just it's just a straight line. So maybe you've got a little pivot here. You don't have much to work with in there. Something to say, okay, I'm going to tuck in behind the last little pivot low, so that I don't risk giving it all back. Because if that's a 1, right? If that's a 1 and it holds as the 1, you're essentially saying, well, I'm okay giving back exactly 50% of that profit. I'm okay with that. Now, so you might say that to yourself because you're anticipating that. I would just caution, right? So profit, market gives reluctantly, as I will tell you. It takes aggressively. So with that straight shot up there, I'd want to protect some of that profit. I'd be looking for some of this structure here to potentially hold the market on a retrace. But now you're looking for a 2. Shit, there's no alternate in there, is there? Let's just see here. Well, that's a straight fucking line. That has to be news driven, right? Something happened to cause that, right? That's almost unnatural. Well, fuck, crypto, right? You might say, well, just another day in crypto, but that's a massive rip, and there's almost you got very little pause in there. So again, right? Classic crypto. Where's your 2? Here. It's a tough call, right? Where's the 2? It looks like you could, well, no, you're going to need that for the 4-5, right? So you got to keep that as the 5. So it looks like it's a double bottom. Where's your 2? 1, 2. Well, that looks like the 4. 1, 2. I'd be cautious here. Well, so we're in log, so we can't use a regression channel. Wouldn't matter, right? It's going to be so narrow. I'd be just mindful of the fact that this is going in a straight line. Any sort of a breakdown here, are you okay giving that back? If you're waiting for the next retrace, okay. Right. Look, based on what we just looked at, can you see how that might play just like it did down here? So we retrace again to the 50. Right? So we know the simple things we can deduce from this. Clearly, the algorithm's in here, right? It's in everywhere. Right, so here we have it, right? The clear evidence, like right in front of your eyes, you can't argue with it. Okay, so we've got clear evidence that the algo is responsive here. So it's literally the exact same setup. Here's the structure, here's the retrace, just like here was the structure, here's the retrace. How do you not get interested there? I sure would be. Now, I want to see a reaction. But again, this is a good example of that reaction could be extreme. Right, that's an extreme reaction. So this is likely news driven based on what Attila the Killer was referencing there. Oh shit, I lost it on his. Oh shit, what did I do with it? The
main net.
The main net was coming. So likely that's the reaction to that. So that's an unusual reaction. Really good choice, Attila. That really nicely done. So now you don't want to. You're so late here, you don't want to buy it. You don't want to short it, so you're kind of in a hurry up and wait here. Now, can I get a 3 that brings it down? Can I get a little start? You got to start on it. Well, it could be abrupt, right? Playing off of all that structure. Look where the POC is. That's what I'd be watching for. 1, 2. Now, what put that in context. Now, let's go back to a 2 hour. What's that going to be? The 1 of. Well, if we take this up, let's go to minuet here. 1, 2, That's not going to be the 3, right? So that's the 1 of the 3 because we're looking for that to get that 3, 4, 5. This is a good looking trade. On the radar. Well, that's going to move to my A list. I really like that, right? This is very encouraging. If it holds here, now look here. So look at the intersection. This is why you want to keep them on or refer back to them. Look where that 2 is lining up relative to the larger degree median line. That's why you keep them on. There's his, right? Patent pending proof, right? That's actually huge news. All right, so you can understand the reaction. So 3, 4, 5. We're just looking for that. We're just looking for that median line tap up here. Good choice, Attila. Nicely done. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, market's playing good ball. It got a little clunky in here, but I think there's a count that works for it. So wait for that retrace and let it rip. Good one. Good one. All right, hey, there's Pizza Man. All right, I haven't seen him for a while. I think he just renewed with us. Pizza Man, what are we doing here? Okay, so let's get that on. Let's leave this one. AM3D. What are we thinking here, Pizza Man? What is AM3D? Oh, I like what I see so far. Okay, so here is, so we're a trad. We got earnings. Oh, this is good work. So why do I say that? Because look at all the effort he's put into working this, right? Now, Pizza Man's been with us for a while, so he knows what he's doing. So it's not a matter of correcting. It's more just, hey, let's collectively look at this and say, okay, do we have an opportunity setting up here? So it looks like he's looking for this to pivot down here, if not here, a little bit lower. Well, let me pull out just a little bit and get some perspective on this. Okay, so SLM Solutions, German 3D print. I don't know these guys. So here's the low we're working from. So I got a clean one. So I don't have to check him. I know he knows what he's doing. So look at the nice work here in the triangle up to the 4. Down for the 2, 1, 2, right? It's got to go. Well, this is good work. Right, see, you got to figure it out, right? So this is the puzzle. It can't be, right? So what are your options here? So this, you can see the ABC here. This is just a straight rip, so reasonable to call it impulsive. There's an AB, right? Well, here's what I know he would have gone through the process, right? So he would have considered the WXY. So the fact that we don't have it tells me that he's already done that, and he's gone. It's got to go 1, 2. Oh, that's close. 1, 2, 1, 2. 3, 4. So we're on the internal. Let me make that a little bigger. So we're on the internal impulse there, but we've got a series of impulses, right? So look how many ones we have to complete. So here's the completion of this 3 via this impulse right here, ABC into the 4. So I'm going to guess I'm sure he would have done this. So right between the 23 and the 38, you got a little structure you're playing with right there. Right, looks like it didn't quite get there. Right, so impatient market. 3, 4, 5. So I got to take that up to sub. Okay, so we get 1, 2. Oh, wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we completed 1, 2. Yeah, so we're here. Okay, we're good. Okay, so this is the 3 we just got. Now you're doing triangle A, B. Let's see. What are we doing here? A, B. We can't quite do it that way. I don't think we can do a triangle there, Pizza Man. A, B, A, B, C. I see what you're thinking. Let's just, whatever it is, it's very 4-like. Do we need that? We might need that. 1, 2, might. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. You're going to have to dig it out there. Well, so look how far we go here. So that's kind of an ugly finish. So let's assume we just stay with it because we're over here. So I think we're good here with a completed impulse. So this gives us our larger degree 1. I'm going to take that up. Oh, let's go to intermediate. Okay, so Jesus, we have another. We got another. Well, we got a triple here. So let's see. A, B. How's he doing that? I don't know, Pizza Man. How are we going to do that? 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. Looks more like a 5. Let me just clean this up a little bit. I see what you're doing here. Let me just get mine back here so I can see it better. Okay, so I don't think you need this one. So because this looks like that's 5 down here. That's 3. You'd have to call that, well, you could do A, B, C, A, B, C. I think you might do it this way. W, then, so I think there's an extra one here. So this could be X. Actually, I might have to do the X over here. So you actually might be right here because this is clearly a 3. This is clearly a 3. The start is a little shaky. Okay, W, X, Y into the X. Okay, either way works actually. All right, so we can go WX. That's clearly a 3. Okay. What are we thinking here? A. All right, I'm with you. B. We're trying to complete a C here. A, B, 1, 2. Looks like we got a contender for the 3, 4. Okay, so 4 looks like it's trying to go in. We're trying to get to that 5. Oh, well, here, right? So here's the ideal target. So here's what he's after. It's nice touch. 1, 2, 3 looks like we're working on trying to get to that. Now, ideally, that 3 comes a little further, right? Be better odds to get there. I wouldn't bet against that. It's a little atypical, right? So I wouldn't bet against it again. I mean, this has got nice range here. I mean, here you missed it here, so you'd go here, right? It's the higher pivot. Boy, that looks awfully good. Now look where that would intersect. I mean, this is what you're trying to do, right? So often what you're doing is you're down here on the, down at the lower time frames trying to work out what it has, what it is, and then you pull it back and you say, holy shit, look at that. I'm looking for this to finish at the median line at the 50 of the rip that just finished. Although this looks like it's got to go up here. So let's get here. So maybe we're going to get, let's see here. 1, 2, if we started it here, let's put it here. There it is. I think that's what he's after. All right, so we'd be looking to come down here. Now, do we get to the median line? So are we complete here? Yeah, we are. So this is the 1. We're working on the 2. Boy, this is actually, looks pretty good down here. A, B, we're just trying to finish that C. This will be very interesting to see if that gets down here. Right. So you can see the angle here. If we're gonna get, if this is gonna finish the 5, do we get to the median line? That'll be an interesting one to watch. W, X, Y. I like it. Right. A, B. It's a good word, Pizza Man. This is gonna be very interesting. So definitely watch list here. All right, for trad traders. Right. I don't know who else is trading this, but well, it doesn't look like it's done here. So he's coming in at, oh, there's the value area high. Okay, I see what he's doing. Okay. So he's drawn the volume profile of this whole range. Here's where the value area high is. All right, note the structure here. So he's looking for this to be potential support here as it comes down, which is reasonable thought. Of the 2, I'd give the advantage to the algo here as more significant to the market. Not that that's insignificant, and obviously you have the structure here. So prior resistance becomes the support. Oh, it waffled with it here. Now if we come back to it, so Pizza Man, my guess is what you're thinking is you're gonna, if the 5 completes here, well, you start nibbling at the value area high. But I wouldn't go full boat until you got, clear signs that the low is in, right? Because now you're working on the 80%, getting to that median line. Wouldn't be bad. Yeah, I might start here, but I'd keep a little in reserve here to be able to take a little bit more. Maybe so. What ultimately you might be after averaging if you split the difference. Now, just to the first algo target, if I tighten that up, what we got? 8.7 to 1. Again, now that's assuming you start buying at the value area high and that it keeps going and you get a split fill. There's some assumption there. Either way, whether you're starting here at the value area high or a little bit lower, you got between a 7 and an 8 to 1 kind of winner setting up, right? Now, nothing says it's a winner, but you got the potential. You certainly have good technicals. It's very nice. Nice job, Pizza Man. It's kind of an odd. I think Pizza Man is not from the States, if I'm not mistaken. All right, it's a nice setup. Good work there. So there's one to be watching. Okay, so now I got. Wait, did we already do Unity? You see Frayed 57? Is that the one that we did above?
I think we've done it. No.
No. We did something with a U.
Oh, Ultra.
Ultra. Give this a sec while it loads up here. So let me make a copy. Unity software. I like to see the mix between crypto and trads. Well, I know we all love crypto, but there's certainly plenty of vol and trads here. So I'm just going to hide this just to open up the chart. Okay, this looks like good work. So nice rip into an impulse here. Right, you don't so you can look at the finish. Right, it's a clear example here. It finishes in a 3. So process of elimination. Now you just got to work backwards. So here's your 1, 2. Sure looks like that's technical. Right in the pocket, right where you're looking for it. First, second, third to the tick. Right, and even blow through 4. So high probability you're in the midst of a third. This could have been it, right? So over here you're thinking 3, right? But based on what comes, well, I never miss a chance to measure just for your own conviction, right? So where do we go? Literally, guys, I can't make this up. All right, where's the high probability zone? Right there. So 1, 2, it's a good candidate for the 3 based on where it lands. I'm going to hide that just for a sec. Bring that back. Okay, so looks done on the 5-minute, but not on the 30-minute. All right, well, let's go to the 30-minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. I might have to go down. Looks done on the 5-minute is what he's saying. Well, that's a stretch to call that a 1. Well, I guess the alternate would be you do it this way. You get a 4 here. Oh, God, do you really have a 1, 2 there? 3, 4, 5. That could do it. I guess the alternate would be that if there's still more to come here, we do it this way. I guess this is actually a possibility as well. Have to check that. Yeah, it's long enough. So if this is going to hold as a 4, okay, so we're going to truncate here. Yeah, I see your point. Afraid that it doesn't quite look right, does it? 3, A, B, C. Let's go back to the 30. This looks very 4-ish, and it doesn't look like we're getting much of a rip out of there. So let's put this up. Well, okay, so let's check some of the relationships based on how it's labeled. Fuck. Okay, so right to the golden zone, right to the target here. So now is that enough to get her going, to get started? It's not a great looking start. Even on a 15, right, which is about as low as I like to go. I mean, maybe you truncated here as a double dip on that algo target, but that's not a good start. So I'd want to see that shape up a little bit better. What do you got there? Could you even start that? I don't think you have an impulse here. How would you count that? 1, A, B, C. Well, shit, actually, maybe you can get it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a stretch here. That's a 5-minute. You're going to dig a 5 out of that? Okay, so maybe. All right, so this would be in the maybe. Maybe we're going to double bottom here or truncate the 5th. So how would I come out of here? Well, this would have to be a diag, right? So shit. Maybe that's 1, 2, and you're working on a 3, 4, 5. That's fuck. Come here. Put that in white. Maybe. Of course, this could be the 1. You don't know what's coming, so ABC into the 1, but you don't really have an ABC here. So maybe that's the ABC here. It's a little iffy. 1, ABC in the 2, ABC in the 3. So you'd be looking for something up here. We know the 1 has to get overlapped if this is going to hold as a diag, so I sure would wick that off. You don't need that at the moment. All right, this is a good one, or it's just not a great start. So I'd want to see that finish because this, right, remember, truncation is a last resort, right? And this is iffy. This is an iffy 1. Looks better that like a 5, and the algo target down here is kind of complicating. But if they took profit, they did it here. So 1, 2, maybe you get the 3 here. I'd want to see that. You know you're going to have all sorts of structure to deal with as you come back up. Not to mention, all right, we know there's going to be an algo there. There's always an algo on the other side. So algo is going to use low to low. What's the dominant? You're going to get a 3, 4, 5 out of that. It could work, but I would need to see a little bit more. Right? Confirm for me that I'm doing a 5 here because this is iffy. That'd be my view here, that it's a candidate. Jesus, I don't think you can go 1, 2. Right? Well, here, right, it's just a straight line. This would be, I'd be watching that closely, but I don't think it's ripe yet. It's just not, the market's not showing it yet. So remember, an Elliott is always just, you're doing an analysis at a moment in time, and this thing needs to fill in a little bit more before I'd get overly bullish on it. Show me that 5, give me a retrace, and then I'm there. All right, nice one, Frade. All right, Grant F. Oh, man. Where you been, man? All right, I guess I'll take a little holiday break. Regular contributor, always posts high-quality content, and he has a bit of a trademark. Let's copy it. Usually I don't have to do much. So I'll be surprised if there's not a harmonic, and there it is. Okay, so this is become his signature trade. So he's giving you an Elliott count, and then within whether it's impulsive or corrective, often you'll find harmonics where we have this swing relationship. So we've got the relationship on the retrace. You can see here it's 62.5, right? So there's your golden zone. Down here we get a 1.611, right? So here's your 1.618, right, essentially, or 1.162, you're rounding. ABC, now we come into the 75%, right, which would be in 74, 76, anywhere in that range. Now we come down. We get a 5, 3. So the thing that's so good about what Grant does is that he's giving you a trading plan in every one of the charts that he posts. So if you're looking here for something like this, here's a very clear example. We've got the reaction. Now we've broken the golden zone. Here's the 707. Looks like we've tagged the 707. Now you want to see some sort of reaction. Now look at the first thing that comes out of it. Well, it's a little hard to see in there. Straight shot. All right, now it's interesting that it broke. So you have lost the algo here. No doubt about it. All right, that's too much of a break. Well, all right, remember this is not the only algo in the market. All right, so this looks interesting. All right, so we've got length of A projected from B. We're within ticks of that 100. So I like the setup here. What I can't tell, Grant, is if you're already short, right, and here's your first target, or if you're waiting for this to kick back and give you a little opportunity here. If this is, It doesn't look like that's quite done. If there's a kickback here, right? Is that what you're trying to do? I can't quite tell. Well, so anyone looking at this now, if you're looking for this kind of a trade and you're trading trads and you like a setup like this, well, here's one to consider. Oh, we're out of log here, so we could do just something simple. Right, we break that. First retrace. That's what I'd say there. All we're trying to do is complete an ABC, which is what's down here. So here, a strong candidate for the B, right? You're coming off of the harmonic. A, right? Clear 5 down, clear 3 up. What's not to like here? Other than you're a little bit late, right? So my guess is he's already in it. Right? So the first retrace, I'd be all over it. Right? There's nothing not to like there. And you got, what do we got here? So we got 14 to 1. 6.4 to 1, 3. What was this? Pardon me, 9.6, 6.4, 3.7. Boom, boom, boom. What's the risk, right? Very modest. Great looking setup, right? Grant always posts quality work, right? And we got a set of median lines on here as well, right? So we got the lower target down here. It's hard for me to see them when you guys do it this way. There it is. Keep that in. All right, I wouldn't ignore that. B, oh shit. No telling how far that goes. But keep that in play. I wouldn't ignore that. This is interesting. A little bit of a failure to get there. You'd have thought, that looks like, is that a golden? It looks like that's too far. Yeah, too far here. So it looks like that's 7.8. Well, here's 7.86. So we're in between, right? So you're getting it's a little sloppy with regards to how the algos are trading it, right? But remember, they don't care. It looks like they started here, right? Got stopped at. Well, here was the last defense. Here, there's the reaction. Right? Bulls were too strong, so they break it. So, well, even if they broke it on remember these guys, they break all the time, right? They don't care. Right? So if this gets here, so there's the reaction, it breaks. So on that, they would take the next retrace, right? So now you'd have this now here on the retrace, but we break here. So they don't care, right? It's break, it doesn't matter, right? Eventually they'll find it, right? And they'll stay with it, and you get these trends that go, and they get 3, 4, 5, 6. I've seen 8 in a row. So this is a great setup for anyone who's looking. I'd have this on your watch list, and now you're just waiting for that first little retrace because we need a 5 to finish it. Nice as always. Good work, Grant. Okay, let's keep moving. I got Abdo. What are we looking at? Let's see. So he's got 2 notes here. Oh, he wants the intraday. Okay, let's see what we got here. Abdo, what are you thinking? Abdo, I think, is a newer member. Okay. All right, this looks good. Let's copy this. Did the market come back here? Looks like it did. Okay. I'm watching Bitcoin out of the corner of my eye. Okay, what are we thinking, Abdo? Got a 45-minute on the NASDAQ. Okay, interesting. Well, so this is very nice work. Just obvious support and resistance already highlighted. You can see the test here. Oh, you're on the 45-minute. Okay, so to get that, let's get some context here. All right, if we have any NASDAQ traders. Okay, 1, 2. Well, here's your hard low. I've got this somewhere. Can't say I love that. Let's go out a little bit, see if that makes sense where we are. Well, I want to go 1 there. Can I finish that in there? In another way. All right, so either we're truncating here. Let's go back to his 45-minute. You might be stuck with that, although it doesn't look like it's... Do we have a 1 there? How are you going to do that? Doesn't look like you can get that done. Maybe you can get a leading. Well, I guess you can. All right, so looks like you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have a contracting diagonal. We'd have to do it like this. That ain't pretty. And you'd be looking for a leading diag here, not a contracting, but that might be all you got. All right, let's go with it. Okay, so 1, 1, 2. Well, we know what comes off of that. Pretty good rip. You wouldn't go, right? So at this point, you might have been thinking maybe 3. Obviously not. It looks like you're going to have to do WXY. Okay, so I like the 2. That's quite a 3. WXY. Looks like that's good. 4. Okay, so let's see. Let's get a little more structure on this. Okay, so what I don't get from this abdo is what you're thinking. So instead of curiosity, how does this look? All right, not unreasonable, but we'd be looking for the 4 relative to that pivot. So are you thinking 1, 2? Well, so you must be, right? So you, per your labeling, if the idea is the 4's in, 1, 2, I'm not so sure that's what we got there. Let's see. Maybe you can get that into a 5. Let's try and label it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, looks like you got the overlap. Yep, you did. So is it a diag? Well, I'd be curious how that looks, right? It's always a bit telling if we get the 50 there. It's not quite. You have to truncate that. Or pardon me, no you don't. You got a new high there. So if that's the 1. Well, there's not much there. Let's go down to a 15. What can we make with that? Okay, I don't want to go 1, 2. I want to go 1, 2. Let's label that up here. This is a tricky one. Well, we've got this. Fuck, I don't think we can do that, right? Because we've got the do we overlap there? Yeah, I think we do. Yep, we do. So we're gonna have to do it up here. Make that part of the. Oh, looks like you do it that way. A, B, C. Ugh, not much of a finish, is it? So let's take this up. That doesn't look good for the. So 5, 3, 5, 3 doesn't work. I don't think you've got enough there to take that. I think that's too much of a stretch. A, B, C looks better to me. I think that's what you've got there. I think it's too much of a force fit. So so candidate, right? We could have WXY X Z. So candidate here would be that we've gone A, B. We're working on that C. Oh, do we have? Oh, shit. 1, 2, 3, 4. A, B, C. Okay, I think I can live with that. A, B, C. A, B, C. I guess we can live with that. So WXY, so I just got to change it to a WXYXZ, which I think is you probably have here. Fuck. 1, 2, 3, 4. A. So we got to go WXYX, searching for that Z. Maybe down here. Now, why are we pivoting there? All right. Well, just a hunch. Just a hunch. Golden zone. I don't even know how tight I am there. Let's get that a little tighter. Oops. WX. AB. Looks like that's got one more to come. One more down as the market's freaking out on the new COVID variant. Whoops. It looks like there's one more down there. So what do you have to work with it on structure? Not a lot. If we're coming down into this zone, let's go back to that 45 that he likes. Well, the obvious one's over here. Prior 3-4. Oh, if it's 1, 2, 3, and we're coming into the 4, well, this looks pretty good right in here. So if we can get that C to come down here and finish there, that looks pretty attractive. So we'd get the Z, the C of the Z of the 4 to get that 5. We're in log, so the channel here looks decent. All right, so note the all right, nailed the center line perfectly, right? So that's much like a median line. Pops it 1, 2, 3, working on that structure. I think that's definitely one to be watching, right? Well, now of course depends how you trade the NASDAQ, right? We day trade it, right? That's a huge part of what we do during the day. Is day traded over on Ninja Trader, but I actually have quite a few that come in there and are using TradingView. You can certainly day trade with TradingView. You just don't have, there's certain bar types that aren't available to you, but this is very tradable. So bring it down here. This is, you got very, very high volatility in the market because you have just a very nervous market right now. It's the uncertainty, right? So that's why you're seeing the sell-off today. Yesterday, it's not so bad. Today, it's terrible. Lockdowns are coming. Get ready for the worst case. So the market sells off and drags everything down. Looks like it's recovered now pretty nicely. I turn my head, look at the other machine. That looks quite good here. So for the NASDAQ, Abdo, I don't know how you trade it. If you trade it with options or micros or full size, I don't know how you trade it, but that would be an area that I'd be looking to, area of interest is how I would describe that. Let that C finish, and then I think you're looking good. Okay, let me keep moving. James M with an ETH update, ETH alt. Okay, so bottom left. Okay, let me get this here. So what are we thinking on ETH? I haven't looked at it yet today. So let's have a look here. So he wants bottom left. Bottom left. I gotta make a copy so I can see it. Okay. All right. Bottom left. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, man, I got a lot. Well, this will give you an idea of some of the things that Monte Crypto does, where he's really working with all the support and resistance levels within a set of median lines. He's kind of pioneered this. 1, 2, 3, nice 4 into the 5. That's solid. 3 down. Right. Looks like you got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is solid. So what are we calling it, right? Calling it a 1. So 1, 2, 1. Just saying that out loud, you realize how bullish that is at this degree. Okay, we're getting a little gnarly in there. Okay, so let me just draw it here. So 2, 3, 4. There's the impulse that comes out of this. I know that's hard to see. So there it is. Ending diag here. Nice work. Okay, so let me get, oh shit, what did you send me? You sent me a 2-hour. Okay, so let's go 30 minute. Let's see what's going on in there. Ooh, I know that's hard to see. Just to make this a little easier, I'm going to hide that just so we can see the count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, so nice touch, right? So we're going to finish the B with the WXY. So W, pardon me. How are we doing this? W, A, B. Wow. We're going to go, oh, that's interesting. Okay, this is tricky Elliott work here. So he's gone A, WXY into a B for the free fall C. That's tricky work, right? That's nicely done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got, this is a little hard to follow, right? So 1 A, B, C of the X before now coming down looking for that Y. So this is a bearish road map here. We're to and through here. We're at the 100%. So I'm going to just take those off just to clear it up a little bit. So what's next? If we're heading down, here's the support, which is not hard to spot. All right. Oh, shit. We could do it this way. There's a 5. So something has either started or ended here. The way he's looking at it is Jesus, it's WXY. So we need 3 to come down here, which would be, for bulls, probably just fine. So we're trying to get the 1, 2. So that's the, okay. So it's just easier for me if I do it in my colors. I can kind of follow it. Okay. So there, that looks good. So obviously we're going to pay attention up here, right there, which we've already had the reaction to. So what's next? If it's going to break lower, well, you'd have to use that too. That's the closest buy. If we come down here, so now it's just hurry up and wait. Hurry up and wait, right? So there is a, which I know he would have thought of, right? So there's a way you could get this AB, that we could be done here. 1, 2, 3, we're starting the 1. It would be a shallow, I mean, it's possible. It would be a shallow 2, but again, right, it's kind of the reality of crypto is the 2s are the most elusive to really handle. Now here it's clear, right? But on the larger degrees, often the 2 is shallow. So this for this to complete, we got to have 3 come out of it, right? You can see how that could play. Now you'd be off for the 3, right? 1 of the 3. But remember, this is 1, 2, 1, 2. So this is very, very, very bullish. Now, where's the right place to get in? Well, certainly this could be the 1, and we're doing the 2 before we go, right? So you can't eliminate that. This all just looks like, all right, is it consolidation? Kind of looks that way, doesn't it? I'll do it this way here. We're consolidating in here, right? The market's got to give. So if we drift a little bit lower, you come down a little bit, and you lose any advantage. So, okay, it's a retrace. Now, how would you know here? Is that the 2 before we go 3, or is that the A before we go A, B, C? It's a tough call. So you'd have to just wait and see how the market responds here, because this could be done over here, right? The 2 could be in. Could be, right? WXY. I see his thinking here. If it's WX, that's not much of a 3. And you wouldn't want to truncate. You do that last resort. And you need that as part of that impulse anyway. So the way he's labeling this makes the most sense. But a 5 with a retrace to structure would be something to pay attention to. Now, what do we get here? Do we get 3 or a 5? What do we get here? You're looking for it down here. So you're anticipating the shape of it to be much like an impulse, right? But because it's an X, you need an A, B, C. So you're really going to have to watch how this responds. This is what he's looking for right there. Do we get that? And at that point in time, would you know, right? 1, 2 could be 3, 4, 5, but it wouldn't make as much sense. Could we do that, James? We guess we could. We could do A, B, and we could do a C. We could get 5 coming down here. But if Ethereum is coming down this far, something's up in the market. Some shit has happened here to be thinking that low. And if we did it like that, right, that's the other alternative. So this is where it gets the trickiest. It's right in the middle. You get into all this backwash in here. How are you going to know, right? You don't know, right? I wouldn't be a buyer here. Well, per this count, you wouldn't be thinking that. You'd be thinking all we're doing is correcting this swing. Now, is it B or 2? Tuffy, you won't know, right? You won't know until it completes, right? Do we get that? Good work, James. Right, this is very, very creative, Elliott. Right, but all valid. Nice work, right? But this takes a lot of experience to know how to deal with all of that. Very well done. Well, this will be interesting to watch, right? Everybody's watching that one. Okay, that's going to be interesting. James, let's look at this next week as well, Monday, Tuesday, see how this resolves, or if it's made any progress. Good work, though. Diamond Lee has an even better new count that is much simpler. Okay, Diamond Lee, let's see what you got, right? I don't dislike what James M has got here, but let's see what Diamond Lee's thinking. All right, so we'll get two members' views of what's going on in ETH. So, of course, it's always good, right? If you're a member, right, you have access to all this. But if you're a YouTube sub, try and work these out on your own, because just watching here, you won't remember. You won't remember it. When you go to bring up your chart, and I always suggest you start with it blank, right? Do the work, do all the detail work. It's easy to get over here and just get down to the 15-minute and look at the last swing, but if it's not in context, you lose the advantage. All right, what are we thinking, Diamond Lee? 30-minute. Okay, so let me pull out a little bit. Okay, so same macro view. 1 2 1 2. Well, that's kind of what I was suggesting. Like it could be a WXY. Wait a sec. All right, so that locks in the 1 2, or it's very low probability that this is 1 2 3, and we're going to go into a diag. So the 1 2 1 2 is solid. So A B C for the W. Oh yeah, I'm with you. So that's clearly a 3. Well, so you guys are both assuming lower prices, and I'm assuming that's relative to the correction here coming down into something technical. He's done kind of a nice job here as well in highlighting the structure. That's a good way to do it. So you can see this pivot, this pivot, this pivot. Resistance pops through. There's the trade, right? So that was on the way up. That's just a great example of, number one, why you don't want to buy the breakout. Even though you got a little traction here, it comes right back to where you started. Nice. Okay, so if we look in there, this is, a very reasonable alternate, but you end up in the same place, right? What's here? Oh, 1 2 3. Okay, let's go with that. 5 finishes there. That's the X. Definitely unusual, because this is tough to, we're calling it a B, all right? But is there a 3 in there? Well, is there? All right, let's go down to a 15-minute. Let's look at it. Can we get a 3 into that? Maybe we can. Although it sure looks like a 5. 1 2 3 4 5. That would be the problem spot here. This wave looks like a 5 to me. 1 2 3. I don't think you can go A B C. So this would be, if this count gets in trouble. God, I don't know how you guys can see that. If this count gets in trouble, here's the area where you're going to have to rethink it. 1 2 3 4 5. Looks like we're done up here. That's a reasonable X. Okay, what do we do? Is that 1 2? Are we still kicking? Is there another leg in that? Well, I suppose the alternate would be you'd have to truncate here. So you went can we get a W? No, A B C. So the alternate, here's the alternate here, because this is hard to call that a 3. We put the B here. I think we'd probably still get there. Well, okay, so I'd be mindful of the possibility that this is still going like this. Let's see, how can we do this? You got no 2 again. It's really a pain in the ass with crypto. It's very consistent. There's no 2 so regularly. 1 2. Now we got to check, is that long enough? Just give you another something else to think about. It is not much of an. Well, that makes it look like it's still got more to go. Like all of this still has to go. Like the 3's not done. Like that's the 3 4. We're still seeking the 3 up here. God damn it. Come here. 1 2. Actually, I think that is better. So 1 2. Well, that would have to be 1 2 again. Well, that actually works. Okay, so let's take this up. 1 2. Looks like it's long enough, but as we can see it. Looks like that 3 would be okay. Now, if we don't overlap, I think you got an alternate here to consider. Right? Not that one's right and the other's wrong. I'm just giving you an alternate here. So this, if we're going to go a little higher here, you're still seeking the 3, right? So you're still seeking the 4 and the 5 of the X. So you'd be looking for this up here to complete that. Okay, let's take a look there. See, let's pull back out now. Could it go that high? And we still think X. I think not, right? So I think you'd be thinking W, X, Y, and you're ripping into the next one. Well, let's see here. This possible. Well, we did something over here. Or if that's truncated, right? So that you say, well, really, both accounts get to the same conclusion, right? You need more information. There's not enough yet to where you can really confirm this. So which pivot are we going to use? Here's the obvious one, but you're finishing here. So then I'd be thinking W, oh, fuck. Can we do this? A, B, C, right? I might think it that way. So you'd have to go 1, 2, 3. Oh, fuck. Can we get that done? Here, get this out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't really want that. I don't want to truncate here. 1, 2. I suppose you could squeeze it in there. Okay, I don't have enough here to really lean into account. So two looks at it, and I can't get anything definitive on either. This just needs to bake more. Right? It's only par baked. You like all my food analogies? It's only par baked here. I don't think you have enough to make a trade there. Maybe. Too much maybe. Now retrace, come down here, that clears it all up because what we want it to I want it to come down, right? So then you know where you are. So what we want to see here is come here. Is this come down where it's technical? We can trade off of that. That I want to see. I don't know if we have quite all the ingredients there yet. So definitely, we'll be back on this next week early, right? If not sooner. If something happens here, I might pop that in on Friday as well. Good stuff, guys. That's very difficult. No one has the right count. We don't know it yet. No one has enough information to get the right count with any certainty. Now, you might have it labeled, and that ends up being the right count. But right now, I wouldn't trade it. Not yet. Oh, now here's a trade that I am in. Okay, so Arcade Deuce is looking at ETH to Bitcoin. This ought to be interesting. Oh, in comparison. God, can I get workers' comp for mouse shoulder? Oh, my shoulder starts to lock up on me. Too much mouse time. All right, there we go. Copy that. Of course, I guess I'd be paying my own workers' comp. What are we looking at here? ETH to Bitcoin. Let me just hide some of this. Get that out of here just for a minute. Okay, what are we thinking here? This is horrible. This is horrible in terms of the count. Okay, well, I don't know if it's horrible. Let's see. Well, that's a baby 2, right? 2s are always the problem. Oh, why is that horrible? We've broken the September high, but this is no longer a triangle, but it looks like a 3-wave structure. Whoa. So not a sideways combo. All right, it's nice. He's bringing in some hardcore purism here. Leaning towards a diagonal now, unless we have an impulse with a leading diag in the 1. All right, let's put that aside for a sec. All right, so that's a lot. Okay, so let's get a few things wicked off here and be sure about where we are. Okay, so here's the lows that are significant. Okay, so I see his point here is why he's killed this as a triangle. Right, so the triangle thinking maybe here, but now we've kind of lost that. With the break here, I mean, it was still in play right here, right? But now with that break, because we don't push here, so you can't have an expanding triangle, and you don't have a contracting triangle, and now we've had the break. So how are we going to do this? WX. What are you thinking here? This is our 4 here. Okay, so if that's the, what are you thinking here? Okay, I see what you're doing there at 3, 4. Oh, why not? Why not? Why are we locked in here on the 1? Okay, so you're thinking A, B, C is the 1, W, X, Y. Okay, let's go with it. Okay, so if this is the 4, so we're already underway in the 1, 2, pretty deep. W, X, Y into the 2. Okay, let's go with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so because we're working a diagonal, he's looking to do it in 3s, right? So we're right out of the chute, we eliminate the 5, 3, 5. So we're looking for 3s. ABC, or WXY in this case, ABC, looking for the 3 up here. All right, so if it's going to be a 3, we'd like to see that a little bit higher. A, B, 3, 4, 5. Okay, well, at the very least, we're in arithmetic. Oh shit! Come here. 1, 2. All right. Well, that would get us there. We did. Oh, fuck. Come here. At least we get the length would be right. That's not the 3 you want there. Is this our only option here? Let me pull this out here for a second. I'm going to hide that for a sec. Let's get a little more perspective here. Okay, here's the leading diag. Here's the 2. So the 1, 2, 1, 2, all good. 1, 2, 3. Boy, this is such 4-ish. Here's what we're doing. Well, WXY can't be off the table for the 4 here. Why would we not have that? Let's just think for a second. Why I'm just thinking here, Archiduce, why you wouldn't have that? Why do we not have WXY? Well, let's just consider that for a second, right? So we'd put the 4 in over here. So we'd have a sideways double. God, that's the 3rd or 4th one we've had. ABC, ABC. Oh, fuck. We could, WXY. Can we come out of that? Okay, so I'm curious as to why that's not an option you've got on here. Oh, fuck, come here. So I can see it. Okay, so here 80% already been hit. Boom. All right, we just got it. Strikes me that there's a possibility you've put the 4 in here. Let's just get all of that put together. Okay, WXY. Can we come out of that with an impulse or something in a clean 5? If that's the low of it. The 4 comes in here. I see your problem. Let's go down to an hourly. Okay, can we come out of the chute with the 1, 2? 1, 2. Well, we got to use it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like that could be your 3, 4. Well, based on what comes out of that, are you going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Well, I'm a little tempted to put that here. Hang on a second. let's go with it. Okay, so fuck, you got to use it. It looks like there's another little one in there. 1, 2, right? So we can use that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there is an impulse here. That's fucking us up a little bit. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Can we go 1? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can finish here. All right. So find the 5s. All right. Where's Waldo? Where are the 5s? Where are the 3s? Right, can we use that? Right. So there's a 5 to get her done. So I can now. Can I work backwards? 4. So I'd have a W or a fuck. W X Y. A B. Nope. You'd have to be W X Y into here. I know this is a bit of a problem here. Fuck. Come here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are we doing with that? So it makes me want to do this. 3, 4, 5. Can we do that? All right. So we got to remember we want to try and get them all connected if we can. Just makes for a cleaner count. 1, 2, 3. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, well, A, B, C. Okay. Let's just force a habit. Okay. Can that be 1, 2? Can it? Well, there's a 1, 2, but that's not going to be enough. Can we go 1, 2? Oh, fuck. It's not making it any better. All right, so here's the next 5 we can see. So how do I get there? Yeah, there's a 5, so I got to use it. I can't go 1, 2. Well, let's just check it. Can't get her done. Right, and that's going to be longer. This might be a stump the band one. I'm going to have to spend some time with this one. I gotta account for this. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh shit, maybe I've got a diag here. 1 A. So this would be A, B. Yeah, maybe. All right. I can feel the eyelids getting heavy. This would probably be one I'm going to have to spend a little more time on. I got to come back to this one. All right, which I'm prone to do because I'm trading this. I've got a different count on it, but I've got it over in Motive Wave. So here's a 5. All right, just so I don't drag down here, I'll post this for YouTube subs as I did yesterday. I'll post it underneath in the comment once I've got a little more time to work with it. I got to, there's a little time pressure here because I don't want you guys to nod off. So Archiduce, I will members, of course, I'll post this under at the bottom once I've had a little time to spend with that. It's a tricky one. I don't see a clean way to get here because this little section here is the problem spot. This I can't make that work. So I got to spend some time here. Okay, so I'm going to keep moving here, but I promise anyone here watching or members, of course, I'll post it underneath once I've had some time with that. Okay, so let me keep moving here so I don't bog us down. One last thing I want to check here. I want to get a 1, 2 in here, but I can't make it work. Okay, I promise I'll get that done. Okay, well, I got Trade Diva done under. Let's see what she's thinking. So let me do it over here. Oh, I think I can do it here. That's his copy. Copy link. Okay, let's see what we're doing here. ARPA to the dollar tether in log. Trade Diva down under. I'd love to see what she's working on. So let me get copy. Save that. Okay, this looks interesting. 1, 2, 1, 2. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C. Solid as a rock. 1, 2. All right, it's not going to be the 3. 1, 2. Nice. Oh, look at the POC. Tag it right there. Nice. 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we're going to go A, B, C, working on the C down here. Okay, it's very good work. Very good work. Okay, so let's what we got, a 6 hour here. Let's go to a 2. Oh, I'm just going to hide that. Okay. Sure looks like we're in a diag to finish here. Well, that looks like 5, right? So it looks like it's, oh, fuck. Can we get 5 up there? Hang on. Yeah, it looks like we can. 1, 2, 3. Oof. That ain't pretty. 1, 2. God damn, how are we going to do that? Well, let's just take a look in there. Can we do that? I don't know if it's long enough. God damn it, I never. First click. 1, 2. No, it's there. That's about as. It's right on it. That's a tick through it. Okay, so a tick through it is a tick through it. So this can be our 3. Okay, so let's go with your count since we can do it. It's a little bit of a squeeze. 1, A, B, C. Well, so we're going to do a 5, 3, 5, 3. We got to get 5 to finish that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like it could be done. Well, we could have 1, 2. That's going to be too long. So we'll have to, let's label it up. So do we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Let's check that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a little bit of a squeeze. That's a little Elliott shuffle, but let's go with it. Let's look at the 2 to the 4. Boom. Vegas wave in the golden zone. So that algo got paid. Now, is this a start that we can live with? Well, that's not a great launch. You can't go 1. I don't like the 1, 2, so the 1, 2 idea is a little suspect here. Again, par baked. That's not enough, right? So it's not a 1, 2. I mean, do you be really? I'm already on it. Well, fuck. Let's go down to a. I got to do this, or I lose my spot. Let's go to the 15. Maybe there's something there we can't see. Well, it's just a liquidation. You can't call that a 1. There's no, well, you can't get it in there. There's almost nothing you can do with that. A, B, C, maybe. So we have to come back down here. Can we finish this differently? Can we get the 3 lower? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. No, I can't. I'd have to truncate over here, which is a last resort. Is that really a 5? 1, fuck, even 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess you'd have to live with that. So 1, 2, again, same thing, right? It's just not cooked enough. I don't know what that is. That's just sideways. What is it we like to say? Quan used to say sideways fuckery. There's no count there. This is just chop. So I like your thinking, Diva. I think you're on the right track here, but you got to get out of that slop. You have there's really no edge here. There's nothing to say, oh, there's a pattern I recognize. There's a technical retrace. The geometry's there. This is already a bit squishy. 1, 2, you're calling that a 3? How are we doing that? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh God, it's barely. That's there, right? But I would encourage you to do this, right? See if you can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You might be able to do it. 4, 5. Let's see. Hang on a second. Here, let's take this up. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this could go. Okay, this actually I think is going to play better. Let's push the 4 off here. 3. I don't know. It's kind of the same thing here. So I'd have to push it into a diag to get that, to make that work. So does 5, 3, 5, 3, 5 work? Doesn't work. Same conclusion here. There's not enough here really to lean into account. This just doesn't look right. Doesn't look like it's done. So actually, I don't think that is going to work here. So you're going to have to wait, because for all we know, this is 1, 2. Like that, and this is 1, 2. Fuck, it's not ripe. When in doubt, stay out. Let the market give you more information. Fuck, actually, it could be here. There could be more downside here, which would make me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 1. But so if it's done, right, this is not the start you want. It looks very corrective. So even if you were thinking, okay, 1, 2, how are you going to get a 1 out of that? I don't think it's there. If that's part of the correction, then you'd be looking for another low down here. So maybe you're at A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe you got an A, B, C here. Maybe. Too many maybes for me. I would be waiting for that to give me more information. Diva, I think you're on the right track here, but I just don't think that it's ripe enough for a trade to go in. And what are you're thinking? We're in the log here. Let's go back out here. This is where you want to be a buyer. So yeah, I mean, I see what you're thinking is here, that we could be we could be done there. I see your thinking. We could be done, but you don't have the right kind of start. So because of that, I would wait. Give me some sort of a 5. Then I would go with it. But that's not good enough for me. And I think you would agree there, right? I knowing you. I don't think that that's quite right. I think that's everything we got. Is that everything, Monty? Oh, my shoulder
so. Yeah,
locks
we don't
up.
have no donations.
Okay.
Today.
All right. Well, we're not going to get them every day. All right. So we got short and sweet today. 1:30. Oh my God, we did it in exactly 2 hours. Now that's what we're trying to do every day, but usually we run 3. Monty Crypto, he does marathons. Okay, let's wrap it up there then, because I got that stupid doctor thing I got to do at 2:15. Okay, guys, thanks to all that hung out and participated here. Appreciate it. I hope you got a little something out of that. I've got one. I'm going back to that ETH Bitcoin. I'll work on that while I've got a little time, so look for that. Again, I have to post it under the video in a comment from myself. That will be on the video, because I'll get that one done. Members, I'll post it in this same channel at the bottom like I did yesterday. Okay, guys, with that, we'll wrap it up. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us, and we'll see you. Let's see, you got Monty Crypto tomorrow, right? Don't miss that. And then I'll be back on Friday with crypto, with a Bitcoin update. Maybe we'll take a peek at ETH too.
Yeah, it should be an interesting, since the monthly closes today, there should be a lot of movement around 6 o'clock today.
Yeah. So, and that's one of Monty Crypto's specialties, is looking at all of those longer term support and resistance levels and how they fit into the geometry. So I'd encourage you guys to check that out. All right. With that, let's wrap it up, and we'll see you guys. I'll be back to talk to you guys on Friday.